About 3 months ago, I received a strange email. The subject line said, "Do you know the real story behind Escape Papa's Pizzeria?" At first, I thought it was just someone talking about the Roblox game, but the email had an attachment. It was a photograph of a small pizza restaurant taken sometime in the late 90s. The building looked old and abandoned, but the lights inside were still on, and standing in the doorway was a man wearing a chef uniform. You couldn't see his face, just a shadow where his face should have been. Below the photo was a short message. It said, "This place was real, and the game was made after what happened there." At first, I thought it was just a creepy story, until I looked up the address from the photo, because the restaurant actually existed. It was called Papa's Pizzeria, and according to an old newspaper article, it suddenly shut down after something happened during a night shift. The weirdest part? None of the employees who worked that night ever came back, except one.
According to Daniel, Papa's Pizzeria opened in the early 90s. It was a small family restaurant, nothing fancy, just cheap pizza, arcade machines, and late-night customers. The owner was a man named Marco Bellini, but nobody called him that. Everyone called him Papa. At first, Papa seemed like a normal restaurant owner, friendly, always smiling, always telling customers, "Eat as much as you want." Kids loved the place, parents trusted it, and the restaurant became extremely popular. But the employees noticed something strange. Papa never left the building, not once. Day shift, night shift, even closing time, he was always there, watching, smiling, standing behind the kitchen door. At first, the workers joked about it. They called him the Pizza Ghost, but the jokes stopped after the night shift incident. Daniel said it happened on a Friday night. The restaurant closed at 11 p.m., but that night, Papa told the workers something unusual. He locked the front door himself. Then he said, "Tonight, nobody leaves until the kitchen is clean." That wasn't strange by itself. Restaurants close late all the time, but what happened next was, Papa took the keys and put them in his pocket. Then he turned off the lights in the room. The only lights left were in the kitchen. That's when the workers realized something. The exit door was locked too. Daniel said there were 4 employees working that night. Him, a girl named Maya, a delivery driver named Chris, and the dishwasher, a quiet guy named Evan. At first, they thought Papa was joking, but when Chris tried the door, it wouldn't open. That's when Papa spoke again, from the kitchen. His voice sounded different, lower, almost excited. He said, "Tonight, we make a special pizza." None of the employees understood what he meant, but then they heard something drop in the kitchen, a heavy metal sound, like a knife hitting the floor. Maya whispered, "Did he just lock us in here?" Daniel said they walked slowly toward the kitchen door, and when they opened it, Papa was standing there, completely still, holding a pizza cutter. But the weirdest part wasn't the cutter, it was his face. Daniel said Papa's smile looked too wide, like it didn't belong on a human face. Then Papa said something none of them will ever forget. Every pizza needs fresh ingredients. That's when Evan ran. He sprinted toward the back door, but Papa moved faster. Daniel said he didn't even see Papa run. 1 second, Papa was in the kitchen. The next second, he was standing in front of the door, blocking the exit. Chris grabbed a chair and tried to break a window, but the glass wouldn't shatter. It was like hitting concrete.
Papa laughed, a slow, deep laugh. Then he turned off the kitchen lights. The entire restaurant went dark. Daniel said the next few minutes felt like hours. All they could hear was Papa walking somewhere in the darkness, slow footsteps, metal scraping, breathing. Then someone screamed. It was Evan, the dishwasher. The scream stopped suddenly. Then Papa's voice echoed through the restaurant. One ingredient finished. Maya started crying. Chris grabbed Daniel's arm and whispered, "We have to get out." They ran toward the arcade room. Daniel said there was a small emergency exit there, but when they reached it, the door was chained shut. That's when they heard Papa again, right behind them, closer this time. "Don't worry, there's enough pizza for everyone." Chris told Maya to hide under one of the arcade machines. Then he grabbed a broken chair leg like a weapon. Daniel said Chris tried to fight him. He actually swung at Papa, but Papa didn't move. The chair leg snapped in half. Papa tilted his head and smiled again. Then the lights flickered on for a second, just long enough for Daniel to see something horrifying. Papa's apron was covered in something dark, something that definitely wasn't pizza sauce. Daniel ran. He didn't know where he was going. He just ran through the kitchen, through the storage room, until he found something, a freezer. The door was slightly open. He climbed inside and shut it. The cold air burned his lungs, but he stayed silent for what felt like forever. Then he heard Papa's footsteps again, right outside the freezer. Slow, careful, searching. Papa stopped right in front of the door. Daniel said he could hear Papa breathing just inches away. Then Papa whispered, "You can't hide forever." Minutes passed, then more footsteps. Papa walked away. Daniel waited. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Finally, he pushed the freezer door open. The restaurant was silent, too silent. Daniel walked slowly through the kitchen. The lights were on again, and the front door was open. Papa was gone. So were the others. No police ever found them. No bodies, no explanation. The restaurant closed the next day, and Papa Bellini disappeared. Daniel said he never told anyone the full story because nobody would believe him. Until one day, years later, he saw a game online, a Roblox game where players try to escape a pizza restaurant from a man named Papa. Daniel ended the transcript with one final warning. He wrote, "The game developers got the story wrong." Then the last line said, "We weren't escaping the restaurant, we were escaping Papa." And according to Daniel, nobody who saw Papa's real face ever truly escaped.